Hello, Worst Selection community. I'm your host B32, and today I have a ranked match against H1. Now, I don't know if this is Timon disguised as H1 or just another player with the name of H1. One thing I do know, it's an interesting match. He's definitely skilled, and he made a very good match for me. Essentially, it was a good match. I need to stop saying good match. Anyway, to the match. No, I need to stop. Okay. So, woodline. I have a good woodline in my base, very big one. It will last me quite a while. I have another patch there. It's a small one. It's better than nothing. Scattering patches, and another one there. Maybe that one too. So there is a wood line for sure. Not amazing wood line, but there is if you look for it. And then if you go to the west, you have more. So that's fine. Right. What about food? Not so much fish. This is a deep lake, so you have to go deep. You have to have boats to get it, so not helpful. Alright, so I have maybe a boar here and there, but that's a bit far. In my south, I have fish, but mostly cows. 3 cows, boars, okay, 1 boar, and a mammoth. So food should be pretty decent in my south, and because there's also a wood line there, it's a good place to actually get resources. So yeah, that's a good place. Alright, so that's about it for resources. What about my opponent? My opponent has 2 patches. This patch and this patch. Now an easy one, but those 2 should be sufficient at the beginning. He has 3 fish. 3 fish. Fish is always good. And he also got a deer. Why not? 3 deer is good food. And in the north he has another patch. Decent patch in the north. Although there's a lot of tigers and a mammoth and all kind of beasts, so needs to prepare for that. And in the south we also have a mammoth and woodline, so woodline should be decent for him, should be fine. You just need to make sure he's prepared for that, that's all. Okay, so that's about it in resources. Pretty equal. And there's a tiger. Oh, there's also cows. He's blessed with food. He is blessed with food. Okay, so what am I doing in the meanwhile? I'm making pits. My goal with pits is pretty simple, very straightforward. Getting into the boar and preparing this region because I need the meat. Yeah, obviously I want to send him into his base to make some warrior rush. Yeah, that's about it. Right. I'm going to the next stage in the meanwhile. He is at the next stage ASAP. Okay. Still has a patch here, so it's not an issue for the time being. Got food, got a lot of food because of the fish and the deer, and he still has a few. Actually, he has a lot of berry bushes, so he'll have a while before his food run out. Actually, he has a lot of food anyway. Oh man, I want to be in his spot. But I have my own food, so it's fine. I have my own food here. Alright, so I'm at the next age. Nothing unique going on there. I'm just upgrading my... I already finished upgrading. I'm just preparing, you know, making my workers into the next stage. Starting to transition them into wheat. And also have workers doing meat at the same time. When they finish, I'll transition them to woodline because they're closest to wood. It's a free woodline, so why not? I don't have too many woodlines, so whenever I have one, I need to use them. Being efficient, you know? So, let's slow it down a bit. Actually, maybe too late. He has 46, roughly 46 workers. Okay. Probably lost 1-2 more in the meanwhile. And my warriors are inside, fighting everything else but workers. But it's fine, it's fine. There's a trade there. I'm doing some good trade, more workers for... I'm delaying his workers from doing work, he has no wood. And he's not in a good spot. He's not a good spot. He had to upgrade his towers, which is not a bad choice, but that means his woodline is in a bad spot. His town hall is not active, not a good choice. I took down maybe 10 walkers, roughly, which is a pretty good trade for I think 15 to, I think it was 15 warriors. So it's definitely a good trade. He's making cavalry, which is, I mean, there's nothing bad with that, but it's a bit too early for cavalry. A bit too early for that. Anyway, in the meanwhile, I have in my base a big group of warriors, which I am sending them in. I didn't notice this mammoth at this time, and soon the mammoth will die anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I have a lot of resources. I'm good with resources, doing upgrades wherever I need. Let's slow it down a bit. Just to understand, I have 55 workers. I'm producing more at the same time. He has 47, and there is a 20 and a bit warriors in his base. Yeah, 48. Fine. He's producing workers. I'm throwing damage to his, taking down that, destroy bulwark, and there it is. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Good trade, good trade. Now everyone can get in towers. It's not enough towers. Now my warriors are doing damage. Naturally, they're also dying because there's also troops there in towers. But it's fine. It's fine. How many I can take? That's the best I can do. I think that's will be the last time I'm going to send warriors in, because it's not going to be much of use at this stage. And that's it. Okay, so I took not a lot. I did reduce his workers by a bit, delayed his eco. That's the most important thing. I delayed his eco. And now he is sending in his cavalry, only 5. And although I don't have any walls in my base, I have towers. Essentially you want towers for the amount of workers you have, and that's only 4, so it's not gonna be significant. I got the tower, most of my workers will be secured. Barely any damage, maybe 1 to 2 workers. Maybe, yeah, just 1 or 2. I'm not that worried. It's very insignificant, no damage to my eco. I'm making towers at the same time, so eventually I'll be prepared for whatever comes to my base. Alright, his base then. Let's start moving a bit. He's producing workers, trying to recap. He is... his food is bad. He needs to send workers on food, and he's doing exactly that. Now he's going to Iron Age. At this time, I'm in Iron Age, so I'm advanced in the eco, sending my spearmen, trying to do damage to his eco. Problem is, there's a wall. Not much I can do here, so this will be... I'm trying to get in. It's coming to repair. He doesn't have too much resources, but he has enough of them. He's managed to recoup himself, he's in a better spot. Making towers. He is going to make the upgrade for horseshoe. And now where's my... okay, stop. Okay. Now I know he has walls, but horsemen, you know, they're very fast, and I know he has workers. I'm going to find these workers. He has workers outside. That's the best thing I can do. Now honestly, I can go... yeah, I can use the opposite way to get into his base and do havoc. I should do that, honestly, I should do that. But it's fine. Now I want to take down this turret and then take down his workers. He is taking down all of his workers outside, and it's not much. His workers not doing work, so it's delaying his word eco, but not by a lot, because he still has workers there. I'm losing my cavalry. Oh man, this is not being good. He's actually doing it pretty good. I haven't micromanaged my... yeah. I saw that as a loss. I didn't gain any advantage from this, so I said let's go retreat. No problem at all, no problem at all. I didn't lose too much, just a few cavalry, and I made them in the base. There we go. Made a wall, small wall. I mean, the medieval he is transitioning to medieval at the same time. No, I mean the next age. I have the edge. I can upgrade. Yes, I'm doing the upgrade for cavalry. Just try to get opportunity. I already done the population upgrade, which is good, very good. Okay. And another group of my cavalry are going in. Soon I'll have the damage upgrade and then I'll have the edge. Alright, these lots trying to take down the turret. There are still workers there. And they're gonna get in. Alright, let's briefly look at this warrior count. Wow, that's a lot. More than 50. Wow, 60. He's in a good spot. I got in. Barely got in. Just barely. Oh, that's not much. Oh well, taking out this one. He's doing very good work at delaying my push to his base. I'm trying to get into his base to take down all these workers. But he's doing good work. So whenever I can find workers, I'm taking down. And yeah, this one was a successful raid. I took down 10 workers, roughly 10 workers, taking down this turret before, you know, he upgrades them to the next stage. He doesn't have to wood for it. He had to waste wood to make upgrades, to do all kinds of stuff, which is to my benefit. And another group. In the meanwhile, he found a way in because this is open. I didn't wall it completely. He sent them in, but my turrets, their guardian towers, barely any damage, barely non-existent damage. I have enough towers to garrison my workers. As you can see, maybe 1 or 2 workers are gonna die, maybe. And yeah, 1 or 2 workers. Really insignificant damage. Alright, in the meanwhile, he is in Western Europe. Honestly, I'm just trying to get into his base, which is not gonna happen. It's still there, but nothing happening. No damage to my eco. They were idle for some reason, not sure why. Yeah, now my goal is pretty simple. That'll have to hit damage. To destroy his stables. Why? And another group are coming in with spearmen, why not? The reason why I wanted to take down his stables, because these cavalry are the only raiding units he can do against me. Which honestly will not do much. When you build towers, at least on this stage, they're very vulnerable, so it's easy to take down. Every time he tries to repair stuff and trying to build buildings, it's wasting wood that he doesn't have. And honestly, you should have set him there, by wood line. Anyway, I took down that. I'm just trying to take down these stables, so I remain. Trying to take down this building. Without this one, he cannot make towers, which are to my benefit, and that's expensive building. Yeah. Honestly, that worker, he saved that building. Alright, I think that's enough. Honestly, there is a path to just come in. I'm not giving up. I need to take down this one. That's a worth trade for me. Worth trade. Because now he only has 1 stable, which is completely useless. 1 stable will not do any harm to me. Now, as you can see, pikemen, they have enough range. I can harass these workers from that distance. And I'm always doing harassment. He has 60, roughly 60, and obviously less. He's constantly producing. Yeah, this is the last one. Taking this one down, and now I have the edge. Now I can constantly harass him with cavalry, and he cannot do any harassment. Constantly there is units coming in. I'm trying to reduce his population buildings. Taking down this will give me an edge. He is trying to produce workers every second. He has fishing boats to give him food, but it's not gonna last forever. He only has so much food he can get from there. Now I send my cavalry there to destroy this one, but it's not too much, so they will die. Taking down whatever I can. I think that's enough, and I'll send them back pretty soon. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so this is essentially what I get. I did a lot of damage to his eco, and now turning back. Alright, so let's just briefly look. Yeah. He is way behind, His eco is decent, he can definitely come back, but his wood line is... This wood line is over. He only has this one, which is pretty big for timing, so it should last. Now my eco is booming. It's booming. I'm doing all... I did all the upgrades for whatever units I need. And my workers, I have a lot of workers. I have close to 80 and I'm producing more. I'm upgrading some of them because I need to get wood from stone. I did the upgrades that I needed in the warehouse, and now I'm making undergirths. Also, I have, you know, stables with horsemen, making longbowmen, and I'm just sending them in. We're gonna push, start to destroy turrets because, you know, turrets are very strong, they're defensive. They're definitely going to be a hassle to deal with, so it's a good thing. Now, my goal with this cavalry is pretty simple: find workers, and there is a massive group of workers here, undefended, which are going to be easy to my taking. This is a massive amount, and there we go. I found these workers. This is a 22, and they have nowhere to run. And in the meanwhile, I'm trying to take down the turrets, slow and easy. I'm patient. He is probably not aware of this, or maybe he is. Now he's aware because he's attacking my cavalry. I'm not letting one warrior go away. Everyone has to die. That's his wood line. His wood line is gone. There is one more, but that's a big damage. His food is also over. No more fish. He has no wood. And now my cavalry are just going there to destroy whatever worker he has, finding them one by one. And catapults, only have 2, not enough to destroy it, but over time eventually will go away. I need to send archers and cavalry to take down those enemy workers because that's pretty easy, but I'm not in a rush. Another turret is gonna go away. He's repairing it. He has no eco. So at this stage, it's essentially it's game over. He made a wall here, which is a good move. Also move there. Honestly, good move from him. He's defended from that approach, from that direction. Made a longbowman. Not sure how that defend against. I have also longbowmen, which are pretty strong as they are. And the horsemen will also deal with the longbowmen. Another onager is here. And my units are in. They have one goal in mind. And that goal is to take down workers and buildings. Well, mainly workers. Actually I can just destroy this wall and get in. I'll do that briefly. He has one snack, but I have archers, and I got in. I destroy his bow. Actually, he has no fish anymore. Doesn't matter. I'm destroying the fishing boats. Yeah, 3 undergirths and the GG. All right, what can I say? So essentially, this was a good match. I'm not sure about his moves with the cavalry at the beginning of the game. Not that it's a bad choice, but it's just the wrong timing. What I would recommend is build the cavalry buildings a bit in the back line, because the cavalry have fast movement speed, so it doesn't matter for them if it's behind. Also, it will take longer to get there and destroy them. It's better to build infantry or archers at the front with towers. That'll be much more efficient. In my case, maybe they were in the front, but it doesn't matter because I had turrets there anyway. for me, I was pushing, so I was secure in both ways anyway. And at the edge, I pushed in. I destroyed his cavalry buildings, so obviously he was in a bad position. Now here's the trick. Now I started to transition to late Middle Ages a few minutes ago, actually way more than a few minutes ago. At that time, I transitioned the stables into I transitioned the Iron Age stables into, you know, forts, and then transitioned them into Royal stable. That's just a normal stable. Royal stable has Cuirassier, which is essentially a way better unit than the horsemen. But you need the Royal stable if you want to get them in 50 seconds. So that's the most important thing. The 50 seconds is the key, and they're very valuable because they can take down walkers pretty fast. And they can also take down towers and buildings easier because they have high damage compared to spearmen, the horsemen. And that's about it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I actually think the horsemen are pretty good as they are. They're pretty strong as a unit, and honestly they're not too overpowered because Europeans have the disadvantage at the early Middle Ages in terms of cavalry. They don't have any useful cavalry at the early Middle Ages. So if you compare it to early Middle Ages units of other civs, particularly Asia ones, then they're pretty comparable and slightly weaker than the Asia ones. So there's definitely a difference. But yeah, that was a good match. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm sure my opponent did. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel, liking, commenting, and all the good stuff. Yeah, see ya in the next one.